Thank you. So on the next question, what are the key signs of Laylatul Qadar? And you know that we've been asked to find it in the last 10 days, as mentioned, and people are. As I said, it's recommended that you try and search it for every night, not in just the odd nights,
Yes.
which we've been told in various hadiths. So I'm not sure, you can correct me, but I've heard that it's more likely to be on the 27th or something like this. But you know, there's no way of finding out for sure. So what are the key signs?
The alamat of Laylatul Qadr. Firstly, is there any evidence that there are signs of Laylatul Qadr? Are there any evidence? The scholars, they say that there are evidences mentioned in the Quran and in the authentic hadith of the Prophet ﷺ that there are signs of Laylatul Qadr. And the evidence for this is the hadith of al-Mu'mineen Aisha radiyallahu anha. She says, she asked the Prophet ﷺ once that لو أني علمت, that if I come to know that so and so night is Laylatul Qadr, ماذا أقول فيها? What should I say in it? For Aisha radiyallahu anha to ask the Prophet ﷺ that if I come to know that so and so night is Laylatul Qadr, the scholars, they say, فيه دليل, in this there is evidence that Laylatul Qadr laha alamat, that for Laylatul Qadr there are signs. Once this has been established, now the question arises, what are the signs of Laylatul Qadr? The signs of Laylatul Qadr are divided into two categories. There are certain signs which can be seen during the night of Laylatul Qadr. For example, the Prophet ﷺ told us that search for Laylatul Qadr in the odder nights of the last 10 nights of Ramadan. قال عليه الصلاة والسلام فَلْتَمِسُوهَا فِي الْعَشْرِ الْأَوَاخِرِ مِنْ كُلِّ وِتْرٍ. Search for it in the odder nights of the last 10 nights of Ramadan. So it could be 21st night, 23rd, 25th, 27th, or the 29th night. That's the first sign. Amongst the signs of Laylatul Qadr is, the Prophet ﷺ told us, and the hadith is in Musnad al-Imam Ahmad, on the authority of Ubadah ibn al-Samit radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, that the Prophet ﷺ said, أنها صافية بلجة. Balja يعني مشرقة. It means it is bright. So the whole night is bright. It is, it's night. But the night is so bright because of the descent of the angels. This is another sign of Laylatul Qadr. Amongst the signs of Laylatul Qadr is that it is not too hot, nor it is too cold. It is an average temperature. It's very cool. Because the Prophet ﷺ said, La harra wala barida. It is not too hot, nor it is too cold. Amongst the signs of Laylatul Qadr is that it may rain. It may rain little, it may rain a lot. Because the Prophet ﷺ said, إِنِّي رَأَيْتُ أَنْ أَسْجُدُ فِي الْمَاءِ وَالطِّينِ. I saw myself prostrating in mud and in water, indicating that it could rain on Laylatul Qadr. So these are the signs during the night. The signs after the night has passed by. The scholars, they say that when the sun rises, it will rise without the sun rays and without the beams. Because the Prophet ﷺ told us that during the whole year, the sun rises إِنَّهَا تَطْلُعُ بَيْنَ قَرْنَيِ الشَّيْطَانِ, between the two horns of shaitan. But on Laylatul Qadr, the sun rises without any sunbeams and without any rays. However, I want to make an important point over here, that these signs, not everyone is able to see it. Not everyone. Depending on a person's relationship and his closeness to Allah Azza wa Jal, he may be able to see it. And the more he is distant from Allah Azza wa Jal, the less likely he is able to see these signs. And this is mentioned by Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah in his fatwa. He says that depending on a person's relationship with Allah Azza wa Jal, the more he is closer to Allah, the more he is able to see these signs. And this is why if you read the biography of Imam Nawawi rahimahullah ta'ala. Who is Imam Nawawi rahimahullah? He's an imam, an alim, great scholar. Imam al-Dhahabi rahimahullah, he writes about him in Siyar A'lam al-Nubla. And the way he praises him, he says, Huwa alim, faqih, zahid, abid, mujtahid, rabbani, Shaykhul Islam. He's a great scholar of his time. Imam Nawawi rahimahullah, when he was just 7 years of age, once he was in his home and he was sleeping on the 27th of night of Ramadan. So during the night, Imam Nawawi rahimahullah, he woke up and he saw that the entire room is illuminated with light. And he woke his father up and he said to him that, don't you see what I see? He woke his mother up and he woke his family up for worship of Allah Azza wa Jal. So Imam Nawawi rahimahullah's father, he said that I found that this night is Laylatul Qadar. So Imam Nawawi rahimahullah, he was able to see the signs of Laylatul Qadar which other people were not able to see. So this shows that depending on a person's relationship with Allah Azza wa Jal, he may be able to see these signs, and the more he is distant from Allah Azza wa Jal, the less likely he is able to see these signs of Laylatul Qadr.